Hey, it's great to see you. This video will show you how to plan for a long distance trip. I will show you how my brother and I planned our trip through Route 66. Let's ride. Hello, my name is Miguel and welcome to my channel, Sandman Rides the Afterlife, where we talk about motorcycling, travel, and retirement life. As with a lot of the decisions that my brother Ray and I made about riding, we were dropping some cold ones in an unspecified location, and at that time we decided to do Route 66. Scheduling a long ride by yourself is more manageable than if you were riding with others. We finally settled on May 26th to June 10th, and we did this back in 2021, so we had plenty of time, right? Right. Ray and I started researching places that we wanted to visit, and we created a must-visit list. That way, this helped us out in where we wanted to go, our route, things that we wanted to experience. Learning from our past rides, Ray and I have a rule that we ride on average about 200 miles per day, and this was very helpful in planning our route. We not only want to smell the flowers, we want to see the flowers. Money. Ray created a projected budget for the entire trip, and he took into account lodging, gas, and food. He also did it per day, per rider, and a grand total for the entire ride. We calculated that we had 16 days of riding, so that's how the budget was created. For lodging, we had calculated about $148 per day, came out to $2,375. And divided by 2 riders, that came out to $1,188. For food, we had calculated about $72 per day. That came out to a total of $1,140. And divided by 2 riders, that was $570. For fuel, we calculated about $147. That came out to $2,350. And then per person came out to $1,175. Little did we know that we were going to be riding smack in the middle of the gas hikes of 2022. The grand total for the ride was calculated at $5,858. That came out close to $3,000 per rider. It was $2,929. Gear. We were looking at the big picture during the initial phase of planning, and we were looking at gear for maintenance, protection, communication, and health safety. So we looked at our toolkit to make sure that it was adequate for a long trip, to make any adjustments or any quick repairs to get us to our next location where we can get the bike service if needed to. But we also had a flat tire repair kit, had a compact first aid kit. We also had GPS in case we lost self-service. Ray also purchased a satellite messenger in case of emergencies, and we had no service whatsoever. Bike maintenance. Just before every riding season, I take my bike in to get service to make sure that all the adjustments, all the fluids, everything is done on the bike so I can enjoy an uninterrupted riding season. This time, however, I had a brand new bike. It only had 880 miles, and I knew that at 1,000 miles, I was going to have to take it in for the initial service. So instead of doing it on the road, I scheduled that before the trip. I took it in. They did all the things they needed to do, all the adjustments, check the fluids, check the brakes, everything, and I was ready for my journey. That way I did not have to do that while I was on the road. Taking breaks. You can plan your stops, or you can just stop every hour on the hour, but stop and enjoy what you're doing. It doesn't have to be painful. It doesn't have to be uncomfortable. If you need to take a break, take one. Ray and I always plan to stop every hour to stretch our legs, drink some coffee, and just relax. We walked around, met some very cool people, and just enjoyed the breather. But you must get your ass off that bike. Walk around and relax. Our breaks lasted anywhere between 15 minutes and 45 minutes, depending on where we stopped. If it was a rest stop, it was about 15-20 minutes. If it was at a gas station, it was a little longer, up to 45 minutes. And then we just got back on the road. Question of the day. What tips have you used to make your long motorcycle trip more enjoyable? Comment below and let us know so we can learn together. Avoid the rush. Plan your route around urban areas, especially around high traffic time. Ray and I, we always took off around 9:30 in the morning, and we finished our riding around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We avoided the rush hour in the morning, we avoided the rush hour in the afternoon, and we were done riding, and we just went and enjoyed the place where we were at. The worst traffic we experienced was around lunchtime, when everybody was taking their break and going to lunch at that time. We saw many riders in our journey take off at old dark 30, really early in the morning, and we wished them well on their journey while we were still comfortable in our beds. Plan your gas stops. Some riders plan their gas stops depending on the miles per gallon that they have on their motorcycle. I try to gas up at every stop if I can. That way I don't have to worry about my motorcycle running out of fuel. Some of the long stretches in the Midwest can be very intimidating, but if you gas up as often as you can whenever you see a gas station, regardless if you need the gas or not, your ride should go a lot smoother. We also learned that not all 6 gallons are created equal. Ray has a 6-gallon, I have a 6-gallon tank, but I have a trike and there's a 300-pound difference between our motorcycles, and my trike eats up a lot more gas than Ray did. So I had to stop more often than he did. Test pack. One of the things I suggest is that you pack everything that you're planning on taking on your long journey way before you go on your trip. Load up your bags on the motorcycle and go for a ride. Check it out, make sure that it's still well balanced, make sure everything is there. But the most important thing is I want you to stop somewhere along your ride. Try to get to your gear, your rain gear, your cold weather gear, your tire repair kit, your first aid kit, anything that you need, your water, your food, whatever. And if you can't do it while on a ride, and it takes a lot to get to that gear, you need to readjust your packing so that way you can get to that gear quickly. A lesson learned the hard way for me on my journey. Mapping your ride. The night before you take off, plan your route on your GPS and your cell phone. Save the route on both, especially on your cell phone. You want to save the map in case you lose cell service. The GPS on your cell phone will still work as long as you save that map route. This happened once or twice during our trip, but because we had saved our map on the cell phone, we had no issues during our trip. If you like this video or videos like this, go ahead and subscribe, click like, and also don't forget to hit that notification bell so you are notified of our upcoming videos. We'll see you on the next one.